Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. This is a short update for Bitcoin, what we might have after reaching the bottom here and taking the low and then moving up directly after it. So we're gonna see a little bit what are our possibilities now and what we are looking at in terms of bullish or in terms of bearish scenario. Starting from here, we are look how much this price action is very as you can see, we barely moved down. We barely took the low even, right? So it's a little bit with few dollars, which is very tricky. Now the reason of this, of course, it is very clear. As you can see, the blue line. What is the blue line? The blue line is our corrective channel that we always see it from, let's see it on the 4-hour chart. So look, where are we, guys? On this channel exactly, and we just hit it, and now we bounced back from it. And that it took the low to finish the impulse, right? And it bounced back. However, it doesn't mean that we are bouncing back directly to the acceleration channel, because this doesn't look finished yet, right? And it looks still very impulsive, and I'm gonna explain why. So let's go back to the 1-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, we have two possible scenarios, and both are bearish. Unfortunately, there is no bullish scenario yet, unless a wave, 3 waves towards the upside. I'm gonna explain. So the first thing is that, of course, we have walked with this part here step by step, if you remember, with the triangle and the correction that was going on here. And we saw an A and then B, right, as a zigzag, right, and another zigzag for B. After that, you are looking for a wave C, where your wave C might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might have ended exactly here, possibly. Now, of course, this is a scenario where you have finished a wave A in 3 waves, right? Today, we saw another 3 waves towards the upside, which it tells us, okay, this is your wave B, right? In that case scenario, you are looking for one more wave C towards the downside, right? Your wave C should be a corrective wave. Now, if you are talking from this point, you're talking here as you are a wave A and then B. Therefore, of course, your wave C, then it should hit somewhere here, right? Around the 1-to-1 fib level at 67,000 almost. In that case scenario, of course, your wave C should be 5 waves. And if this is your first impulse, because of course this was an impulsive move today, and as you can see, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and we took the low, right? We took the wave 3, and even we took the low here. Therefore, of course, we have finished a wave 1. Your wave 1, if that is a wave 1 of your wave C, and your wave C should only reach 67, which is 1-to-1 fib level, which is this one, of course, this path that I draw here. Your wave 2, of course, should be, at least hitting the 0.38 fib level, right? Which we didn't yet. So if we are retracing, possibly we retrace to 0.38 and then move towards the downside. However, our move towards the downside is very shallow, right? Because if it is only 67, therefore, and it was this big wave 1, then we are looking possibly to a diagonal, right? 5 waves diagonal towards the downside. And in that case scenario, of course, you might have finished your wave C, A, B, C, right? And then we might, look again to our bullish scenario, right? If we have a bottom for a wave 2, because all what we are looking for is a wave 2, right? So for now, of course, we didn't broke yet our channel, our correction channel, but I think it's gonna do this sooner or later, yeah, because we are impulsive. We finished an impulse. Therefore, the only way to finish here, guys, is a wave 5 as an impulse. Wave 5, what I mean, of course, because of the choppy price here, and it is very, very rare to see a wave 2, right, as a triangle, right? However, I put a possibility, right? I need to tackle all the possibilities here. Let's say this is a wave 1, because it is a contracting diagonal. When we move towards the inside it has been already checked several times. This is impulsive, right? In case we want to look for a wave 2, it is possible, right? It is possible if we take this as W, X, and Y. Okay, 3-wave corrective. It is possible, right? Because your W is triangle, your X is a zigzag, and your Y also is a zigzag. So that can be very possible. And okay, wave 2 can be a WX. Why? It is much more possible than a wave 2. Wave 2 than a triangle, because triangle can be very, very, very rare for a wave 2, unless in Bitcoin, okay? Because Bitcoin is very volatile, and you might see a wave 2 only when you have a very volatile wave 1. And that means when your wave 1 is very, very strong and very long, then it might make a, to correct really good, it might make a triangle, right? But very, very rare. But you might see this in Bitcoin, yeah, because it has a large volume, a lot of volatility, etc., right? You might see the triangle much more often in wave 4, okay? Just to be clear. However, it can be 1, 2, right, as WXY, and then again 1, 2. Okay, in that case scenario, you have finished double 1, 2 as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then A, B, C for your wave 4, which is for this one. Now, of course, we mentioned today that, yeah, we took even here the high, but this is not your wave 1. This might be your wave 1. Now, of course, I mean, yeah, after you, and reanalyze, I mean, this is the possibility, of course, guys. It's not, and it's a low possibility. However, it doesn't matter, because anyway, we finished in both scenarios in impulse, right? We finished impulse here, we finished impulse here, and then we are still looking for lower prices. And if we are really impulse here, a big 1, 2, and then 1, 2 here, and then 3, 4, 5 to finish your first 1, 2 here, and then big 4 for your big wave 2, yeah, that is very possible you finished wave 5 here then. And this is where I want to say, okay, then anyway, we have finished an impulse. And by finishing an impulse, it doesn't mean that you are going towards the upside anymore. Okay, because after an impulse, you're gonna look for a correction, any correction, right? WXY, ABC, triangle are very possible, because this can be a wave A, or it can be a wave 1, big 1, yeah, big wave 1. So rather than we get a big wave 2, or an A, B, right? And after this, you gotta have the same amount towards the downside, where we might hit around 1.618, 64,300 or 64,000 even. And in that case scenario, you have, yeah, you have finished an impulse here. If we see now 3 waves up, of course, this might be your wave 2 as 1, 2 anyway. And if not, we might anyway start another new big impulse. Of course, the price action in the next days is going to tell us what's going to happen, right? If we see 3 waves, of course, therefore we are continuing towards the downside. Now, how or what is the pattern? Yeah, possibly that we are moving a wave 3, or possibly we are gonna start a new big impulse towards the downside after having a wave B here. Therefore, you are A, B, and a C. Yep, so in case we have bottomed here, and this was our wave B, as we say here, therefore this is your wave 1 for a wave 2 then, and we are moving directly later on with a wave 3 towards the downside. By all means, anyway, it is bearish, guys. Yeah, so this is kind of a confirmation today that we are bearish, we are short term. I know that we are still over the correction channel, but still very, very bearish, guys, short term now. Definitely we're gonna have something here, a range or something, maybe for the weekend as well. Maybe the ABC is gonna range for the whole weekend. Nobody knows. There's triangle, it can be as well. And then on Monday we are going to continue towards the downside. Yeah, so these are the possibilities now on the 1 hour chart, guys. And what does that mean in a bigger picture? In a bigger picture, okay, come on, here we go. In a bigger picture, we are looking, of course, to a wave 2 towards the downside, right? Definitely, we are looking for a wave 2 towards the downside, and that means this scenario. Here we go. A wave A, B, and a C, right? Here we go. This is your A. You are looking for a B possibly, and possibly your wave C is gonna be very, very sharp as well. So zigzag towards the downside, and that means, guys, that yeah, we are going to test those fibs. Now we test the 0.23. It's gone. It has been broken. Now we're gonna test, of course, yeah, the 0.38, which is anyway the minimum requirement for a wave C, guys. And this zigzag might bring us, of course, to this zone, right? Minimum. And I believe that we're gonna dive at least in the middle here, in the between, as ABC, and then possibly that we move up again as a 1, and then 2. And then 3, 4, 5, possibly, guys, possibly. It depends what we get after it. Do we get 3 waves again as corrective, or yeah, then we are going to make another leg towards the downside, which is gonna be again 3 waves towards the downside by having yeah, by having a zigzag, 3 waves, a zigzag, for example, or an impulse. Then bringing us, of course, to the perfect fib levels. We saw this scenario already today. I explained it, but now I dived deeper in, of course, the counting and what are the possibilities that it might unfold here. I know that it looks like too much, but I mean, yeah, when we want to tackle trading, we have to be a little bit more, yeah, more, how to say, clear with the signals, right? I mean, and all possibilities, right? Now, what are the possibilities even to go higher from there? Let's say, I mean, you don't know, guys. What are the possibilities to go directly up from there and that we have bottomed here? It could be only one possibility, only one. But yeah, after today, no, that was in the morning. That was in the morning when we had an A, B, and a C possibly in 3 waves, and then moving up, and this is what we saw. But yeah, and then suddenly this. So guys, sorry, but yeah, so far I don't see any bullish scenario, to be honest, now, after seeing an impulse, of course, rather than a wave 2. Yeah, wave 2, which is corrective, which it can be, of course, until these fib levels. However, it's a corrective wave. Never traded, never trusted. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.